Hey guys, Melissa here with lovableloops.com. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to crochet this turkey applique. You're going to need worsted weight yarn in black, orange, yellow, red, and brown, of course. I'm using a E 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, and you're also going to need a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. For this tutorial, you're going to need to know how to make a magic ring, how to double crochet, how to half double crochet, and how to single crochet. Okay, we're going to begin with the turkey's body. We're going to be working in the round, so we're going to start by making a magic ring. You're going to start with your brown yarn. Okay, you're going to make a magic ring. And then you're going to chain 2, and you're going to make 10 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, count, make sure you have 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, you're going to close your circle by joining with a slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet. So you join with a slip stitch. Round 1 is done. You can tighten that magic ring. Okay, for round 2, you're going to chain 2, and in that first stitch, the same one that you joined to, you're going to make 2 double crochet. 1, 2. Okay, so in that first stitch. Now in the next stitch, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make 2 double crochet. 1, 2. And do the same thing again the next stitch, and you're actually going to do that all the way around. So for each stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochet all the way around. Okay, count your stitches at the end of round 2. You should have 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and join to the top of that first double crochet with a slip stitch. You have completed round 2. You can see the round 1, 2. For round 3, you're going to chain 2. And in that first stitch, the same one that you joined to, you're going to make 2 double crochet. Okay, now in that next stitch, you're going to make 1 double crochet. Okay, so we did 2 and then 1, and you're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So in this stitch here, I'm going to make 2, and in the next stitch, I'll make 1, and then 2 again, and then 1, and you repeat that all the way around. At the end of round 3, you'll have 30 stitches. Make sure you count them so that if you make a mistake, you can correct it. I know my hands are looking a little rough. My husband and I are painting and doing some work in the house, putting up some molding. Actually, it's board and batten, but my nails look awful, and I was fixing some nail pops and I hit myself with a hammer. So anyway. All right, at the end of round 3, again, you'll have 30 stitches. Go ahead and join to the top of that first double crochet. Join with the slip stitch. Okay. All right, now for round 4, again, you're going to chain 2. You'll make 2 double crochet in that same stitch that you joined to. 1, 2, and now in the next 2 stitches, you'll make 1 double crochet. Okay, so 2, 1, 1. Then again, 2 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then you keep repeating that pattern, 2, 1, 1, all the way around. At the end of row 4, you'll have 40 stitches. All right. At the end of round 4, again, you'll have 40 stitches. Join with a slip stitch to that first double crochet. Okay, we have 1 more round left. Your work will start to curve a bit. All you're going to have to do is just press it flat later with an iron. Just make sure you have a piece of cloth between your crochet work and the iron, okay? All right, for round 5, chain 2. You'll make 2 double crochet in that first stitch, and then in the next 3 stitches, you'll make 1 double crochet. Okay, so 2, 1, 1, 1. Repeat that all the way around. At the end of round 5, you'll have 50 stitches. we are now done with the body of the turkey, and you can see here on this guy over here, unless I did do, yep, okay, we're done after 5 rounds. So you can see here the first round, that's the middle, the magic ring with the 10 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this that you're seeing here is from when I single crocheted all the way around the edge, which I'll be showing you. So you can go ahead and join with the slip stitch to that first double crochet. And again, your work will seem a little curved. You can very easily flatten it just by gently pressing it with an iron. But again, please make sure that you have something between your work to protect it, okay? Okay, now we're going to make the head. So again, you're still using your brown yarn, same crochet hook. You're going to make another magic ring. Okay, you're going to chain 2, and just like last time, you're going to make 10 double crochet. I think that's 10. Sometimes I lose count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and join with the slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet. That will close the circle. You can also pull on that yarn tail to close the center of it. Okay, so we have round 1 of the head done. For round 2, you're going to chain 2, and you're going to make 2 double crochet in that same stitch that you joined to. Okay, and then you're going to make 2 double crochet in each remaining stitch. So at the end of round 2, you'll have 20 stitches. At the end of round 2, you'll have 20 stitches. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch. Okay, and now for round 3, you're going to, again, chain 2. You'll make 2 double crochet in that same stitch that you joined to, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then that will be your pattern all the way around. 2, 1, 2, 1. At the end of round 3, you'll have 30 stitches. All right, you're done with round 3, and you're actually done with the head as well. So go ahead and join and fasten off. And then you'll do the same thing. You'll weave in those ends, and then you can press it with an iron on each side. When I did the body just a moment ago before making the head, I used a cloth napkin. So I put the work down, the cloth napkin on top, and then I just press it with the iron, okay? So you can do that with these 2 pieces. And now I'm going to show you guys how to make the feathers for the turkey. Okay, for the feathers, you can do it the same way I did red in the middle and then orange, yellow, and orange, white on the other side. My kids were complaining because I didn't do the pattern correctly. So for the tutorial, I'm actually going to start with red. I'll do red, orange, yellow, and then I'll start over again, red, orange, and then there won't be a second yellow, okay? Just to see if it looks different. So what you're going to do is you're going to take whichever color yarn you want to start with, and you are going to join to one of the stitches on the outside of your circle, just like that, okay? Okay. You're going to join, chain 2, and then you're going to half double crochet in that same spot that you joined to. You're going to make 5 total half double crochets. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there are my 5 half double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to flip my work, and then I'm going to half double crochet once in each stitch all the way across. 2, 3, 4. That last one is always really hard to get my hook into because it's like kind of sideways. Okay, so now we have 2 rows of half double crochet. Going to chain 2, turn, and do the same thing again. You're going to do that for 9 rows. So we're working on our 3rd. You're going to do this until you complete 9 rows of half double crochet. Okay, at the end of each row, you'll chain 2 and turn. 1, 2, turn, half double crochet again. Sorry, the red yarn is pretty squeaky for some reason. Okay, so I've completed 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Chain 2. Half double crochet all the way across. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Row 6. Row 8. Oops, I think I missed that whole stitch there. Make sure you get the whole thing, both sides of it. And then one more to make 9 rows. Okay, let me count them. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so now for row 10, you're going to chain 2, and you're going to half double crochet 2 together. I don't even know if that is a real crochet terminology or stitch, but I'm going to do just like if I was going to do a half double crochet. But instead of pulling through all 3 loops on my hook, I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into the next stitch, pull that yarn through, yarn over, and then I'll go through all, I think 5 loops that were on my hook. I think there were 5. Okay, so I half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet in the next stitch, and then in the last 2 stitches, you're going to half double crochet those together. Okay, so now you're left with 3 stitches. So chain 2, turn, and now, again, I might be making this up, but I'm going to half double crochet all 3 together. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook, I'm going to pull the yarn through. I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into that next stitch and pull the yarn through. I now have 5 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the last stitch. Make sure I get both loops there. Oops, sorry guys. Pull the yarn through, and then you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. So we'll make it look like a point, just like that, okay? Fasten off. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the next feather. So you're going to find that next stitch, insert your hook, just like that. And then I'm going to use my orange yarn for this. I'm going to attach my orange yarn. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I just did. I'll do another feather with you, and then you can do the remaining 3 feathers on your own because they're all the same. So again, you attach your yarn. Oops, let me try to hold that down back there. Okay, attach your yarn, chain 2, and you're going to half double crochet in that same stitch. And then in those in the next 4 stitches, you'll do the same thing. So you'll have a total of 5 half double crochet. Okay, just like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now again, for a total of 9 rows, you're just going to chain 2 and half double crochet once in each stitch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I did 9 rows of half double crochet. So now for row 10, I chain 2. I'm going to half double crochet the first 2 stitches together. I'm going to half double crochet once in the next stitch. And then in those last 2 stitches, I'm going to half double crochet them together. Okay, and then for row 11, chain 2, turn, and half double crochet all 3 together. All right, so you have finished your second feather. And you can weave in those ends, both ends of your yarn. Okay, so go ahead and fasten off. So now you'll do the same thing again. You'll attach your yellow yarn here, and you'll make 5 half double crochet, and you'll work back and forth for 9 rows. So row 1 through 9 is half double crochet. Row 10, you half double crochet 2 together, make 1 half double crochet, and then half double crochet the last 2 stitches together. And row 11 is your last row. You'll chain 2 and half double crochet all 3 stitches together, and then you fasten off. So go ahead and make your last 3 feathers, and then I will show you what to do after that. Okay, once you have made all 5 feathers and woven in all of your ends, you're going to use your brown yarn. We're going to single crochet around the entire turkey. So just attach it anywhere. Attach your brown yarn. Chain 1. And down here we're going to single crochet once in each of those stitches. And then I'll show you how to single crochet around the feathers. Just like that. Okay, then I'm going to single crochet right there in that corner. And now I'm going to single crochet up the side of this feather. Oh boy. Okay, up here, go ahead and single crochet once in the side, and then in the very tip here, single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet in that same spot. And then continue to single crochet down the other side. That'll help create a tip like that for you. So you're just going to single crochet up and down the side of each of the feathers. When you get down here, single crochet in the corner at the bottom of the feather I was just crocheting, and then your next single crochet will go on the other side, right there. And then you'll single crochet up the side of that next feather. Okay, again, when you get to the tip there, single crochet, chain one, and then single crochet in that same spot. Okay, you don't want to crochet too tightly. I might have done that one a little tighter than I should have, but when you're all done, you can iron again, and that will flatten out the feather. So you're going to just go ahead and continue that up and down each feather. Remember, in each tip, you're going to do single crochet, chain one, single crochet, and then you'll just continue all the way around the bottom and then join when you get to the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera so that this video won't be too long, and I'll meet back up with you after. Okay, so now that we're done with the body, we're going to go ahead and make the hat. So you're going to grab some black yarn, the head, your same crochet hook. You're going to join your black yarn and leave a little bit of a tail. Okay, join your black yarn, and you're going to chain two. You're going to half double crochet in that same space, and then you're going to half double crochet in the next 9 stitches. You'll have a total of 10 when you're done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, and I don't think I had counted my first stitch. So let me count this and check it. I know the black yarn's really hard to see on camera, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need one more. Okay. Now we're going to turn our work, and we're going to slip stitch in those first 3 stitches. So what we want to do is we want to move the yarn in so that we can make the hat part. Okay. So what you do is that same stitch you're in, I just turned my work. Insert your hook, and you're just going to pull the yarn through the loop and through the loop on your hook. You're moving the yarn over. Insert your hook into the next stitch, pull the yarn through, and then do that one more time. So you're just slip stitching, just like you do when you start at the end of each round. When you're crocheting in the round, you slip stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So I'm in the 3rd stitch now, okay? Chain 2, and then you're going to half double crochet in that same stitch, and then let's see here, so this was 10 minus 2 and 2, so in the next 5 stitches, so it should give you a total of 6 half double crochet. So 1, 2, so you should have a total of 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And then you have 2 remaining at the end, okay? So you can see how when we do one more row, we'll be building our hat up, okay? Chain 2, and do the same thing. Turn your work, and then half double crochet in each stitch all the way across. All right, and you're done with the hat. Go ahead and fasten off. You'll weave in those ends. You're going to need a piece of yellow yarn. Thread it onto your tapestry needle, and you're just going to stitch the buckle onto the front. Okay, something like that. Okay, so now we have the hat. Now you're going to need a piece of black yarn for the eyes. Thread that yarn onto your tapestry needle. Now when I made my turkey, I had the hat a little slanted. So if you want the hat to be straight up and down, you'll do it this way. If you want it slanted, but we're going to add 2 eyes. Make sure it makes sense. You don't want the hat to be too slanted. So make sure it's just a little tilt. Looks super cute. And then you're just going to stitch 2 eyes. And you can make them as big or small as you want. I might fix that to make them a little longer. Anyway, you'll have to mess around with it, but he looks a little angry. I'll mess with that. But anyway, so you get the idea. You're just going to stitch the 2 eyeballs on. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our beak. Okay, so for the beak, you're going to use your orange yarn. Same crochet hook. You're going to chain 5. So make a slip knot. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5. Okay, you're going to single crochet in that second chain from the hook, and then in each remaining chain. So you'll end up with 4 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have our 4 single crochet. You're going to chain 1 and turn, and then you're going to single crochet in that first stitch, and then you're going to single crochet the next 2 stitches together, and then you're going to single crochet in that last stitch. Okay, so now you have 3 stitches. So you went from 4 to 3, and then chain 1, turn, and you're going to single crochet all 3 stitches together. And then you can see how it comes down kind of like a triangle. Okay, fasten off. You're going to position, so fasten off, and then you're going to use your tapestry needle, thread that yarn tail onto your tapestry needle. We're going to position our beak onto the front of our head. I do have to fix those eyes. He looks very angry. All right. I didn't do a border. Usually I like to single crochet around these types of pieces to make them look more finished. But it made it too big, so. I just left it. And you're just going to crochet all the way around. Or, excuse me, sew all the way around. Sew it right onto the head. Sorry if I was going off camera. You have to manipulate it a little bit too, because there were so few rows. You have to pull the yarn out. I could have done a better job with that part. This is my least favorite part of doing these types of projects, is sewing the things on. Oops, don't do that. It's one of the things that I feel like I'm not very good at, so I don't really like to do it. Maybe that's why I'm not very good at it. Anyway, so you get the idea. So you go ahead and sew the beak onto the head. Okay, and you can weave in those yarn ends. Okay, and then we're going to make I think it's called a gobbler. It's this little piece here. You're going to make the gobbler. You're going to use your red yarn. Make a slip knot. You're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in that second chain from the hook, you're going to make 2 single crochet. And then in the next 2 chains, you're going to do the same thing. 2 single crochet in each. That will make the gobbler curl up a little bit, having more than one stitch in a chain. Okay, so just slightly curly, and then you can use your tapestry needle to sew that right onto the side of the beak. Just like that. Okay, now we need to make our 2 feet. We're going to use the orange yarn again. You're going to make 2 of these. We're going to make a slip knot, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in the second chain from the hook, you're going to half double crochet. And in each remaining chain, you'll half double crochet. So you'll end up with 6 half double crochet. And you're going to make 2 of these. One. Okay, and I'm going to make another one. Again, you're going to make a slip knot, chain 7, half double crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then each remaining chain. Okay. All right, all that's left now is for us to attach everything together. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and just quickly weave in all my ends and fix those eyeballs, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to put everything together. Okay, All right, so I stitched I wove in all my ends. I know you want to see the back. It does not look pretty, but again, this is an applique, so it would probably be attached to something, so this is not meant to look equally nice from the back. So there it is. Okay, I was able to fix his eyes a little bit. He doesn't look so angry anymore, but here we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to end up sewing the head onto the body, just slightly above center. Okay, so that, just look at that middle circle there and kind of position so that the bottom of his head is in the middle of the circle. And then also remember your feathers. So these two should be going straight out to the side. So whichever one is your middle feather, you want his head centered below that, and then right above that center line of the body. So you're going to need some more of your brown yarn. And you're going to need your tapestry needle. Okay. And you're going to just sew his head onto the body. It's pretty simple. And it is hard to explain how I'm doing this. I'm going through those stitches there on the edge, but I'll just show you on camera and you can just watch how I do it. Make sure every so often you look at your work and make sure you haven't messed something up. You don't want it to look all wonky. And make sure you keep the head centered and that it didn't move on you while you were sewing it. I like to actually just put everything down and flatten it. And then, because otherwise things can also easily get scrunched up. So you want to make sure your work stays nice and flat, especially for an applique. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think my husband told me it's supposed to be applique, but I feel weird saying that. I'm calling it an applique. All right. I'm going to go all the way around. Sorry if I went off camera there. what did I do? Here we go. All right, and then just go ahead and weave in those ends. I'm going to tie them off, and then I'm actually going to just weave them in behind the head. So what I'm going to do is have these yarn tails. I'm going to hide them in that space between the body and the hat and the head, so I can feel like there's some space in here, but you're not seeing that on the other side. So pull it through, and then I kind of pull a little tighter on those, snip them, and then stretch it a bit, and those yarn tails are hidden on the inside. All right, now all we have left to do is to attach the feet. Okay, so again, reorient your turkey, make sure he's not, you know, sideways, and we're just going to attach them to the very bottom. Make sure that they are centered, so maybe draw like a line straight down and then attach the feet on either side of that. Okay, and then I'll show you what I did was I just went back and forth to attach the foot to the bottom row. You are going to be getting yarn, orange yarn around the brown, but it's okay. It'll look continuous if you loop it enough times. I'll show you. So what I mean by that is you don't really want to see a space between the orange and the brown. You want it to look like the foot just naturally comes down. You just go back and forth a few times. I'll weave those in. Then I'll attach the other foot right on the other side. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to pause this and move this foot over. He needs to be over a little more. Okay, I fixed the foot and moved it over a bit. I think that looks a lot cuter. So now I'm going to do sort of the same thing over here and attach this foot on this side. Now I wonder maybe if it's too far over. These types of things, I tell you what, guys, the sewing the pieces together at the end is so, like, I just don't enjoy doing it. I feel like it's so hard to fix it too if you get it wrong, but I hope I didn't mess you guys up there. I think he looks pretty cute. All right, there you go. And then you'll just need to weave in those ends from the feet. And there we have it, your turkey applique, which I really don't think was too difficult to make. I'm really happy with how this pattern turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you receive notifications when I post new tutorials. I'm constantly working on new things. Also, in the description box, there's a link to my blog. Go ahead and go check out all the free patterns I have. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're seeing this before Thanksgiving, I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your friends and families. All right, bye.